want to use anything that's I don't want to say anything that's incorrect. But let's say something that's not super high in terms of bioavailability, right? How your body absorbs the protein, and I have a lot of it. It's not gonna do as much as I would think as I would hope it would, rather than having like a few number of eggs.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And all the foods with the vitamins and how they help you operate, blah blah blah. That's it. Because all that really matters is you eat well, you sleep well, you train hard. But what you eat dictates how you sleep and how you train.
Yeah.
And how your habits are dictate how you operate, so how you eating and how you sleeping.
Yeah.
When all those
It's almost a little cycle, isn't
it's
it?
almost a cycle. So when all those three come together, you're like, okay, now I'm blessed. Because when it comes to it, some people they people. My clients drink alcohol. I've drank alcohol here and there. I'm not like complete flat out, but some of my clients, they train well, they eat well, but they drink.
Yeah.
And I mean they drink
Every night.
every night,
Yeah.
every now, every two. That's like, oh man, I had a couple of pints after. It's just like, why? Do you know what I mean? It's like, you had a couple of pints, and I'm like, why do you even have it?
Yeah.
You didn't even do having a social night, you just had it anyway.
Yeah. He's watching the football. You
Yeah, you watch football at home, you're like, go. I'm like, oh,
That
that's
was
not.
crazy.
My
No
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, major pause on that one.
Yeah.
But so they be drinking all the time, blah blah. I'm just like, rah, like, yeah, of course you're not gonna see any progress. Well, you're seeing progress, but it's super slow. You're doing the most of your diet. You're doing the most in the gym, but you just need to sort out your habits.
Yeah.
Because your habits affect everything. Massive. I'm super clean. I drink my water all the time. I'm eating my food. I'm eating the food I'm meant to be eating. I'm sleeping at least 7 hours a night. I'm training hard. I'm calm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see progress pretty soon.
Because you're doing things in the right way.
Yeah.
That's it.
So would you say habits is the big problem for a lot of people?
A good amount of people, habits is something that really gets people by the throat because they don't even clock it. They do not even clock it. Think about this. I have a pint or two every night, and that's not even much on the night in general.
Yeah.
Like, you might have a little bit of a buzz. I'm using pints because that's the easiest word to talk about. I'm not even going to talk about things like Courvoisier. No, I'm not going to go into that stuff yet.
Yeah.
But like they have 1 pint a night or 1 or 2 every 2 nights. That comes up to like 8 throughout the week.
Yeah.
8 pints is heavy.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's heavy.
In
Some
your
guys
body.
can have 13 pints in the night. And that's
I know I've
super
just had that type of stuff.
13 in the night.
13.
Wow.
They just get battered.
Yeah,
every
they get
night.
bad. Yeah.
Bro,
Like,
even when we go football, them man probably drink
they go
13,
they will-
14 in
They
a
would
day.
drink from the day.
Or
Yeah.
some more.
From
I'm not
even
even
more
joking.
than
They
that.
will start Sunday mornings when they're getting in.
Yeah,
proper.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing. So, them man, they don't even clock it because it's like, think about this. Imagine in a boxing fight, you can get 1 jab. Okay, it hurts. It's a bit stiff, but it's not too much.
Yeah.
2,
Brush on the
3.
nose.
Yeah, brush your nose. 2. Okay, 3. Out. 4. Oof. 5.
Yeah.
So it starts to get you more and more and more and more as you're getting in. It doesn't hit you initially until the end when you're like, oh, damn, I'm on the floor now.
Yeah,
Do you understand?
yeah.
Because it will catch up. It will accumulate over time. So the thing is that you need to be aware that habits really get people when it comes to fitness. Because their habits affect things like the sleep. You know the whole cycle. If it affects things like your sleep, it's going to affect how you work out. If that's how you work out, you're not going to be in the mood to eat certain foods because your body's rejecting it almost. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So all these things, they all come together. They all come together in a sense where, like, that's jarring, isn't it?
Yeah.
They all come together where it actually affects your progress. So some people, the easiest thing is the gym. It's the easiest. Any guy in the dog who's able-bodied can go and do some weights anytime. Anyone can.
Yeah.
If
If
you're
you've got the
able-bodied.
discipline.
It's not even discipline because some people just go to.
It's somewhat enjoyable. I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah,
I have that.
yeah,
problem,
it's
like, I feel like I can do the gym aspect of things, like athletically run. It's just eating.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
where
yeah.
it goes down to habits.
Because the gym is a gym.
Yeah.
And it's something that you can do. You're active. You're getting stuff moving. It's healthy for the human body in general to do exercise. Yeah, and you can go to the gym and just do even if it's like the most dumbest squats ever in terms of like you just do like 1 set of whatever dumb weight that makes no sense. Whatever, you're active. At least you're not sitting at home doing absolutely nothing.
100%, yeah.
But the thing is that that's easy in a sense, where it's easy to do it. But the eating, who's got the time? Not the time, but who can be bothered to go to the supermarket, buy a bunch of chicken breast or chicken legs, then buy some spinach or broccoli, then buy some rice, and then buy some mince, and then buy some fish, and cook that at home.
Yeah.
That is dead.
Yeah,
That's
long.
dead. That's long. That's long. You understand?
Mad long,
That's hype. Like even me talking about it, I'm thinking,
You got to do it like a Monday.
yeah, do you know what I mean? I gotta do it. But that's what separates people from people who just go to the gym or for whatever, and people who live for it.
It's good for the body.
It's good for the body. And the whole thing is that I always tell my clients, the number one most important thing is, do you feel better? If you feel better, in terms of you feel like you can breathe better, you feel like you can move better, then that's part one done. Because that's when things like diet and habits come into it.
Yeah.
Then part two is in terms of like keeping the consistency up in the gym. If you can do that whilst keeping part one done on top, that's when you're gonna see results.
Yeah.
So the habits really get to you, because the habits they're small.
Yeah.
They're small, but they count up.
And you won't think they do damage, like you said. You
But
won't
they add
think.
up, yeah.
But they add up eventually.
So would you have any recommendations on how to overcome habits, or would you just say it's literally discipline?
It's down to the
That's it,
person as
discipline.
well.
It's discipline, but it's also hard. So for example, at home, I'm always gonna see cake made.
Yeah.
Cake is there. Cake is there. My aunt loves cake.
Yeah.
I like cake.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat the
Well,
cake.
what type of cake? All sorts.
Oh yeah. All sorts. But if I see it there, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat it. Even though I shouldn't, I'm like, I see it.
Force.
That
was the
yeah,
force.
bro, I'm a fool of it. But it's there. Take it, bro, because it's the habit. It's the habits that you're around.
Yeah.
And what gets people is that they don't even clock it. So, for example, if you're someone, you're like a very nice, sociable person, you don't like making people, you don't like being the party people, you don't like being boring.
People pleaser. Kind of.
People pleaser sort of person, After work, your work group always goes out on a night out and drinks. Oh, come on, mate. Come on, have a couple of pints of us. Oh no, I can't. Like I got this. Nah, come on, forget that. Come. Oh, okay, cool.
And, yeah.
And that cycle
that
will
habit.
continue
Yeah,
and continue because
Yeah.
you are in that position. You're in that habit. You need to, or not habit. You're in that environment.
Yeah.
You then want to get yourself out of that environment because you are constantly around people who are giving you the things that you shouldn't eat all the time or drink all the time, because it's just the environment that you're in is super important, which is why I'm very sympathetic to people who come from African, Caribbean or South Asian background when it comes to losing weight at home, because that's the hardest thing in the world. How dare you tell mom I don't want to eat that? No chance.
The food our parents have
Yeah.
fed us.
With the oil.
Yeah,
Bro.
sure. I was even gonna say, when it comes to calorie counting, when my mum makes jollof, how am I meant to count that? Chop tomatoes.
I even said
You forget it. It is not happening. It is not happening. You have to just think, oh, okay, cool, whatever. And I always say to people in that situation, just focus on the protein. Have the chicken. I mean, this is where it gets even harder, because if you have too much of the meat, you are going to get in trouble because you took too much from the pan. So it's long. Which is why I
Bare rice.
people.
Yeah.
Bare rice.
Bare
Bare rice. All the rice, one chicken wing.
Yeah.
So bare carbs, no protein is long.
Yeah.
So I understand the people, and obviously they cook food from at home, then their mums will get upset. Oh, you don't like my food. You don't like me.
Yeah. I was even deeper. Look at the salad that we have. Ghanaian salad. You might not know about it, but even a Nigerian salad.
It's peak.
Bare mayo.
Bare mayo and salad cream.
It's crazy.
I'm like, this is not salad at all.
Yeah, it's not salad.
Do you know what I mean? It's crazy, but this is the thing. So when you're in that environment, it's going to be so hard. Because when I think about it, because now I live with myself, and whenever I cook my food, it's literally, I know what's going in every single thing. Chicken here, that's seasons. Rice, spinach, sauce. That's it.
You're good.
That's it. but I know everything that's gone in there, so I'm a lot more at peace. Whereas if I go home, and you know, auntie, uncle, dad, whatever has cooked this, it's long. It's raps because they don't give a damn.
They just
They
just make it to the best of their ability.
And I've seen them cook the food, and I'm thinking, you put so much oil in that.
Salt.
Oh my days, oil, salt, everything. So it's long. So it's the environments. You have to get yourself out of that environment initially, but